Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be taking this cute little Dollar Tree Christmas tree and we're going to remake it into something even better. And we're going to be taking the garland off that was already on there and cutting it off and just leaving the frame. And then we're going to put some nautical rope on it, and we're also going to be using some Dollar Tree mop strings. So you can see the base, it's got little knobbies on it and everything. And that's our mop string. So this is the one we're going to start with mop string around the top of the tree. I've just found it's easier to start at the top and work your way down and just keep a little pressure on it and pull it tight. Hello and welcome. I am Deanna Carroll with Ivycreates, and we're doing a coastal Christmas today. So we're going to do some coastal Christmas items, and I've taken apart. You can pull the mop strings out of the mop, and I tied them in a square knot end to end, and so that way there's no break in the rope or anything, and you can make sure that it's just kind of a little bit of tension on the actual tree. It gives it a soft kind of look, but it's also a firm look. It took me a little while to figure out what I needed to do to fix it, so when I did, I just started tying the knots. And when you use the nautical rope, I actually prefer the nautical rope, and you'll see that in the second half of this video at approximately 11 minutes and 58 seconds. It will, I'll show you the other one that I did, and I did that one out of the soft cotton nautical rope. And it came out really pretty. It's my favorite by far. But this one is also pretty, just a little different. The mop string is not quite as full as the nautical rope. But I wanted to do that to give it a look, and they're going to be a pair anyways. So I really wanted to have it look a little different than the other one. And you can see I put a little dab of glue at the top because my top kept kind of sliding loose. So I just put a dab of glue up there. I'm trying not to use much glue on this because I may want to use the frame for something else in the future. So, I like to reuse my craft items a whole lot and bring them from season to season, just slightly changed. So I try not to do too much gluing if I know that I may want to reuse it. So I'm just going to keep wrapping and wrapping till you get to the bottom. And it's easy when you tie them in a square knot. You can kind of tuck it into the inside of the tree so you don't really see much of it. Around here we have several, because we're a parade area, so we have boat parades and all kinds of things. In fact, my little town has a boat parade that you literally pull your boat behind your truck on a trailer and put all kinds of lights on it and have a parade with Santa Claus and everything like that. It's a lot of fun. Merry Christmas, by the way, from Ivycreates. But we didn't get to have one this year. They canceled it due to COVID. We also have a boat parade that's out on the water. And the one that's out on the water, it's really neat because all the lights reflect off the boats and they have fireworks and everything. Everybody has Christmas lights all over their boats. So it's lots of fun. Lots of interesting things to do around here during the Christmas season. So I'm just adding a few more pieces of our mop string that came from Dollar Tree. Sorry about that, y'all. Leaned away from the camera. So now I'm starting on my last row, and I just want to tack it down with glue along the bottom rim to make sure that it doesn't come apart. I'm loving all the plastic frames that come from Dollar Tree that they've had this year with, you know, anything from the pumpkin to the Christmas trees and all of that. They're great little frames to use for all kinds of things. So now you can see I've got it completely covered, and I'm going to take out some of my shells, things that I've collected, and you can see I'm showing you just another option. If you wanted to make it into a tree topper or an angel, you very well could by just selecting wings to go up there and finding a little head to put on our Christmas tree, and that would make it into a beautiful little angel. But I'm not going to end up doing that today. I'm just going to glue some really pretty shells onto the side. Merry Christmas again from Ivycreates. Please subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our videos. And hit that like button. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think of this project. Please stay tuned to the very end, because at the very end I do have final product pictures, a lot of them that I took, and it makes all the difference in the world. It's really pretty. So I just glued a snowflake to the top of my Christmas tree, and it is a vase filler snowflake that came out of a little bunch of vase filler stuff from the Dollar Tree. And I've loved all of those things this year. The styrofoam things covered in a little bit of glitter, and they had, in this particular bag, they had trees and snowflakes and boots. And so I love the snowflakes. So now I'm just going in and adding shells where I think they need to be added. Actually, first I'm putting on the pearls, and they're the half pearls. They're not a full round pearl, they're just half pearls, and I'm gluing them on. Because, you know, if you're going to have coastal, you got to have pearls. So, as of right now, I think I've spent $1, $2, $3, $4 maybe on this tree. And the seashells and everything will be free because I picked most of them up in my travels. The half pearls were free because a friend of mine gave them to me. I'm always doing wreaths and stuff for her house, and so I end up getting a lot of her craft supplies when she decides she wants to clean them out. These are great also. I don't know if you had seen or not, but I saw someone do the rope challenge, you know, like they did a flat surface and they did the rope back and forth, and then they used Velcro to stick things on it. And you could do the same thing with the tree. If you had little things you wanted to stick on it with Velcro, you very well could do that. So now you can see how the pearls are on the tree. You want to stay, in this particular case, very mild colors. You don't want bright colors. You want as natural as possible. If you're wondering about the little penguin that's sitting on the desk, he is a pet rock that I painted. And I do have a video called Rockin' Penguins that I do go and show you how to make those rockin' penguins. So please check my channel and see the other videos that I have there, because you might really enjoy them as well. I especially love the little rock creatures because you can do all kinds of things with them. You can play games with kids, you can play hide and seek with them, or treasure hunt, put them around the garden or what have you, and have people find them. And you don't even have to tell them they're there. You just put some around and then wait and watch to see if anyone notices them. That's always fun. Alright, so you can see it came out quite pretty. It's hard to tell in this lighting, but in the end, the final product pictures, it's much easier to see because it's better lighting, and I think you'll really enjoy it. So just wait till the end to see the final product pictures, or you can skip to the end, whichever you choose. Okay, so you can see this particular tree, and we're about to start on our next project. Now this is the big cotton nautical rope that I told you about. I really love. I did again strip another little Christmas tree from its garland that was on it, and I got to the frame. This frame is brown, which is wonderful. They have all different colored frames too, so that's pretty good. So I'm just going to start with this, and I'm going to wrap it all around just like I did the other one. This one is a whole lot easier because the size of the rope is much larger, and I love the finished look of this one. It makes me very happy. But I'm not just going to wrap just the tree. I've got a whole plan ahead for this tree, and it's going to be a little bit taller, make it a little bit more special. So I'm just putting a dab of glue in the inside to hold the rope in place, the end of the rope, so I can put a new piece of rope on there. And then I tuck in the new end, just tuck it under one of the pieces, and begin to wrap again. And again, I got the glue gun just to dab some glue on the bottom of it so that it stays in place and doesn't slide off. I hope you enjoy these crafts. It was requested for me to do a little bit more coastal Christmas, and I will do as much as you guys want. You just tell me what you're needing, and I will make up something for that. Love coastal Christmas. Of course, I live on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and I would love it. So now you can kind of see down the inside of my tree. And this is what the final thing looks like before I decorate it. And then I've got another special part of this. This is also a container that came from the Dollar Tree, and it is a metal container. So I'm going to glue the end of it to the inside a little bit, and I'm going to start on wrapping it in some rope. I've had several ideas of what I'm going to do with these frames this year because they are absolutely adorable, and the containers that I'm using is also going to be a part of that. So I'm making sure that I'm doing this really well as far as gluing it around the bottom, or the top of the can actually, but I'm going to be putting it upside down, so I'm not going to use it from, you know, top down. So what I did was I went back and decided to cut that piece of rope that I'd tucked under on the inside and just blend it into the rope that I am using currently. It just worked better that way, because the way it was going to sit on the table, the piece that was tucked under would have interfered with the way it sat, and it wouldn't have sat evenly. So I went back and just cut it and kind of blended it in with the other rope. I'm not perfect. I always have to go back and make sure it works, whatever it is. So I'm just going to keep gluing and gluing it around this. This is going to actually be the base for my Christmas tree. And it's going to make this a two-tiered tree and a little bit taller. So you'll see in just a second that I'm not going to go all the way up, because I don't really need to. I'm just going to go as far as I have to make the tree look right. And you can see I'm still gluing every single layer on this one, because it's a slick can and you want to make sure it stays. I love this rope. It's beautiful cotton rope. I don't think I've ever seen it anywhere else, but it's pretty awesome. And it's just natural colored. It's not bleached white or anything like that. It's just kind of a natural, creamy looking color that's perfect for coastal decorating. If you're enjoying this, please leave a comment below and let me know what you think about everything. And if you have any opinions on it, please let me know. If there's anything you would like or anything of the sort, please, you can leave a comment about that too, or dislikes. Whichever way, I would love to hear from you. I do answer and respond to whatever comments I get, so please do so. And also click that subscribe button and the notification bell and the like, so that you won't miss out on our future videos that we have. So I keep checking just to see how far I have to go with the rope, because I don't want to have the rope go any further than I absolutely have to. And that is for two reasons. I mean, I don't want to waste it, because I'm very frugal with my rope, but also I don't want the tree to have a hard time fitting over the can. This time of the year, it's not only Christmas for us, but it also starts Mardi Gras, and it starts all the Mardi Gras balls and all of the, I don't know, holding of court and all that good stuff, and everybody's getting ready for the big parades. So it's always a really, really magical time of the year for us, and Mardi Gras typically falls somewhere around Valentine's, which is, you know, that's like the end of it. The last day is Fat Tuesday, and they don't have it after that. But up until that time, parades nonstop, parades, you know, very often, and so our winters are pretty full of activities here. And they usually have many Mardi Gras parades. Then they have like the Irish Italian parade in Metairie. I'm about 45 minutes from there, and St. Patrick's Day parades, you know, all kinds. And you can see it's starting to get to where I need it to be for the tier, and I'm playing around with it because I'm having all kinds of ideas about stuff I can do with it. So I'm going to cut this last piece of rope, and I'm just going to glue it and kind of blend it, you know, push it down to the can. You're not even going to see that, so it's not a big deal. It doesn't have to be pretty. It can be ugly if you want. It doesn't matter, because it's not going to show. So now I'm going to take the bottom, and I'm going to take the actual tree, and I'm going to sit it on top of the base. And it makes for a nice 2-tier tree, and it's just the perfect angle and everything. And then I'm going to decorate it with a little bit of ribbon, and these ribbons also come from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just running them around. Very, very simple. The back ribbon is a iridescent kind of clear ribbon, and the front is just a simple white ribbon with gold sayings on it about, you know, peace on earth and things like that. And it's really, really subtle, pretty, simple, coastal look. And then like I said, I tried not to use a lot of a lot of glue on this one. Just little bits here and there so I can take it off later and use it for other projects. So then I decided that it needed a topper bow. You know, I wanted to put a bow on top. So I made this beautiful, fabulous big bow, and decided after I put it on and everything that it was a little too big. So I went back and made like a little shabby, messy bow to go on top, and that's the final bow that ends up on top of it. But you can see when you see the final product pictures what the difference in the bows are, because I did take pictures with them like that a little bit, and you can see all of that. It's a pretty bow. It's just 10 times the size of the darn tree, and I was like, ugh. And I tend to do that. If you remember Steel Magnolia's reference, my work gets poofy when I'm nervous, from Nell. But for me, my bows are always poofy. I don't know why. Alright, so there she is with her little messy bow on top and her 2 tiers and her little ribbon wrap. And then you have these beautiful pictures of all the individual trees, and then the trees together. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. I really do. And this is in my front yard as of right now, so that's what it looks like. And there are my puppy dogs, Tank, Lefty, and Lucy. They say hi and Merry Christmas. Hi, did you click that subscribe button and the notification bell? Well, if you don't hit that notification bell, you will miss out on our Thursday videos. So please go ahead, click it, and you'll be able to watch our videos that are coming up.